Bankers are selling their Sydney property. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I have my stein of coffee and I thought we'd have a look at this very interesting article from news.com.au where it's discussing bank exec Scott Wharton is selling his Sydney mansion, his Bellevue Hill mansion. So what does this tell us if seniors in the banking industry are getting out of the property market? Do you think they're as confident as the property spookers is probably right, the property spookers that tell us property is always going up? Or is this a sign that they understand what the risks are more than anyone and they're exiting while they're 30% ahead? Remember, the CBA predicted worst case scenario a 30% hit to the property market. And you'd have to argue, well, isn't the luxury end, the upper quartile, meant to be more resilient? Those properties that people always want to jump on. Let's have a look at this, guys. So Commonwealth Bank exec Scott Wharton lists Bellevue Hills mansion. Part of the executive leadership team at the Commonwealth Bank is quietly shopping his $9 million mansion around. I mean, that's the thing. If you've got a $9 million mansion, everyone, and you take a 30% hit, that's $3 million bucks. That's good coin in anyone's language. It's a lot of work, a lot of loans, a lot of bonuses to get that $3 million. Scott Wharton, part of the executive leadership team at the Commonwealth Bank, is quietly shopping his $9 million Bellevue Hill mansion around the Double Bay real estate agents. It's understood he has taken on board the predictions of his bank's economists that there will be a pandemic-related price drop ahead for the property market of between 11 and 32% over the next 2 years. He's aiming to capitalize now, while there's very little competition, and intends to buy again later in the year or early next year when he believes prices will be cheaper. So buyers are being shown through the 7-bedroom, 4-bathroom home with 4 car parks at 29 Stretfield Road by the likes of Ashley Berman of Ray White Double Bay and Paul Biller of Biller Properties. So what does that tell us, guys? He's putting all his money. He's trying to get some profit out and then buy back in when the market is moving. Is this the actions of the smart money? Is the smart money starting to exit property? We can see here, beautiful view, beautiful pool with the simple glass balustrade. I spec those on some jobs, the nice fixings there that are fixed in the concrete. It's a lovely space. Nice little living area with, ducted air conditioning, some louver windows. Yeah. The Grand Residence has beautiful outlooks towards the city skyline, rooms flowing to sun-kissed terraces, and a swimming pool in manicured greens, according to the promotional material being sent to potential buyers. CoreLogic records show the home on a 721 square meter block was bought by Wharton, whose title is Group Executive, Program Delivery, and his radiologist wife, Marina Portia Anthony, for $6 million and change upon his return to Australia to join CBA after a stint with Citibank in New York and Hong Kong. He has 20 years' experience in the financial services globally and holds a range of degrees from University of Sydney, UTS, and Tsinghua University in Beijing. We can see here, it's got some nice views. A fireplace. It looks like a lovely home. It really does. But what's interesting here is that he's exiting the market. Because there's obviously images of his children here. So he's a family person. So any move like this is a pain. You wouldn't do it unless you were reasonably confident that there's going to be a fall, particularly if you're not moving somewhere. So do you think this is a sign that property is going to bounce back, that we're going to get that V-shaped recovery? Or that the smart money is leaving the property market? The Wentworth Courier has recently exclusively reported on other examples of the smart money listing their properties. This includes Westpac's head of global funding, Alexander Bischoff, and his wife Leah, who have listed their 5-bedroom contemporary masterpiece at 41 The Crescent, Vaucluse, with an $8 million guide by Alexander George and Peter Lepnik of Badger Fox, and Warren Ginsberg and Claudia Brunker of Ray White Double Bay. They have an $8 million guide. $8 million. And Ryan Watson of AMP Capital listed his warehouse-style apartment at Darlinghurst with a $1.65 million price guide with Warren Ginsberg of Ray White Double Bay. I mean, this is the thing. You want to be the agent selling all these properties and get your nice little commission. So the good agents, the right areas, you can make money in good times and bad. So elsewhere around Sydney, Citibank Asia Pacific HR manager has listed her renovated Balmain residence of 10 years. Moneyman Ross Greenwood has sold his Northbridge home for close to $5 million, and hedge fund manager Rob Luciano has listed his luxury Balmoral beach home with a $12.5 to $13.5 million guide. So, I think we could argue that there's definitely a pattern here. There's definitely a pattern. People working in the finance industry, people working in the banking industry, getting cash. We're hearing it more and more. More and more, like what's happening in the stock market, like what happened with Hertz, with the major shareholder. They're wanting their cash. With businesses over there, getting stock to get more cash. Everyone wants more cash. They're getting out of property, everyone. And this is the upper end. This is the part, the quartile that many are saying is meant to be resistant to this. Is meant to be resistant to the coming economic troubles. So we have a look here. We can have a look here. This is just an example of units. Look at all the Western units where the price growth has been nothing. We'll look at another article where renters are having trouble, investment properties are having trouble getting renters. So there are going to be more people in financial trouble. So is this the smart money taking the opportunity while the real impacts of the economic decline haven't been experienced yet to exit, to jump ship before the banks stop being all nice, touchy-feely and giving everyone their mortgage holidays? What does this tell you? Seeing this, it doesn't fill me with confidence that they're not going to just cut it off. And we've seen now, JobKeeper, it's being cut as early as they can. They want to get the businesses back to running. They want to get people off the state's support mechanisms, which I understand. I didn't think they'd have the gumption to do it, and we'll have to see what happens in September, because I think it's going to be quite a rough ride if they do. So right now, unemployment, which is sitting at 6.2% according to ABS, unemployment and underemployment, which is at 25% of the workforce, if you look at Roy Morgan's methodology, it's all... The impact of this recession hasn't been experienced yet. And it looks like the smart money is preparing for what's to come. Do you know people that have sold property, guys? Are you ready to jump out? What do you think this tells us? I think it's definitely something we all have to watch. It's definitely concerning. So, thank you all for watching the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everyone who's supported the channel through donations, through payments, through supporting the channel as subscribers, even just watching the content. It all helps. I recently had a bit of a data disaster here where I actually reached capacity on our server that I was using to store all the content I make here for HeiseSays. So thanks to everyone's support, I could jump out and grab a new server and upgraded it, and I'll show a video with you, or I'll share a video with you all about that process. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's supported the channel, because that's the type of thing that your donations and your support goes to. Helping pay for the equipment to run what is essentially a hobby. And it's funny. My first computer had 40 megs, and now I went and bought 2 6-terabyte hard drives just to store data. It's a crazy world we're living in now. It's good to see that it's also cheap. But thank you again. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are a few ways you can. You can watch the content, share the videos, get the word out there. You can support us financially via joining the channel on YouTube or Patreon, or via our affiliate links at Amazon or eBay, or Independent Reserve and Kucoin. You can use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, buy our HeiseSays merch, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.